What a Mugamob Physics Bang here. Physic Shabang is here. Hello. Let's see. I've been in kind of a Worlds Collide mood, so I did one of the what am I trying to say here? Did one of the Chupon championship seeds for the Atma series this afternoon, and now I'm gonna do week 2 of the Chupon championship. For those that don't know, it is a partner-based weekly/monthly event that is done. It's every single week. There's always like a Chupon championship going on. There is a traditional like standard one where it's a team of 2, and your times are combined with your partner, and whoever has the lowest time for the week wins. And then at the end of the month, whoever has the best time equals the champion, and that's how that goes. But they also have some sync ones that are pretty cool, where you and your partner, one person actually runs the seed for like the actual time, and the other one gets to scout. So they actually get to run around, scout different places in the seed, and relay information that they find to the actual runner, so the runner can go as fast as possible. So the scout might, like, they get a 5-minute head start first of all, and then they keep playing in the background, but they just keep relaying information to the person who will report their time. But they can maybe check the weird checks that nobody likes to do, the slow checks. They can loot places you wouldn't normally loot, shop in places you wouldn't normally shop, check the Coliseum for you, stuff like that. So that one's pretty cool. And they also have one that's for newbies, for Moogles out there, where it's like a miniature Moogle Cup. So they pair you up with, rather you go in there and you ask if someone wants to join with you, and hopefully a veteran is available, and they'll join up with you, and you both run the seed. And they teach you while you run. It's pretty fun. But in this case, this is actually just the regular Chupon Championship Week 2. I have been in a team with Leo for a long time now. Pretty much for like months. Almost a year, probably. Our team name this month is Shadow's Child Support Evasion Team, which made me laugh. So I was like, yes, please. That's what we're doing. I do have to join that team, though. So let's see. Team, create. Shadow's Child Support Evasion Team. I picked that because the tandem race where you have someone scouting is going to be for the Kefka Grand Prix flags from a few seasons back. And, I wanted something fast sounding. So, Child Support Evasion Team just made me laugh. Anyway. All right, so I have joined the appropriate team, and I'm just going to get this done now because I tend to delay. So this is going to be Atma series. It's basically the same as Ultras League, except for there's a few different things. One of the biggest is that if you do a Coliseum match, you get an Illumina. So that's pretty huge. Makes the Coliseum extremely valuable, that you're just going to go there and get anything in exchange for an Illumina. It's huge. I don't know how long that's going to last or if it's going to stay. I doubt it. But for now, while seeds are being tested, flag sets are being tested, that's kind of what they allow. You also start with Warpstone. You get dried meat if you get Gao. And like some other stuff too that I don't remember. It's like close enough to just Ultras League that I don't even really remember all the specific changes. Oh, there's like, you can see which Espers you've maxed out, that kind of thing. But in general, it's kind of like the standardized flag set we had before, Ultras League. So that's how I play it, except for I'm going to try to find a way to get through the Coliseum as fast as possible, get that Illumina, and start crushing face. So for now, let's get started. I'll do it as a talk through, because why not? I'll explain how I'm getting through it, because I know there's some that are starting to gear up for the Atma series, hopefully starting sometime in July. So we'll see. But hopefully I'll be able to talk through my process. Anybody who's interested will, get an idea of how I would approach some of these seeds. We'll see. Anyway, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Oh, we got a new Morrow start. That's huge. You remember when I said something about the Coliseum? That is exactly who I want. Health and capture is hot garbage. All right, so I don't want to push scaling too terribly hard here. I mean, I'm going to, but I don't want to, but I probably will. If I can get something for Umaro, like an Atlas Armlet or a Rage Ring, I would love a Blizzard Orb, would be really cool. I love Blizzard Orb early because it does full AoE clear of monsters pretty easily. Would be very nice, but we'll see what we can find. Green Cherry. If only you could actually Green Cherry Umaro like he does when you fight him and make him, 100 times stronger or whatever it says. That'd be great. Okay. I am going to definitely peek the cave and just see if Umaro's got a character up there. We'll see. Yeah, it's a time loss doing it, but whatever. It is what it is. I zoned out. There's nobody up there anyway. I completely zoned out. I was doing something else. I was thinking about my route and it just walked right by the cave. Anyway, whatever. So I am, yeah, I mean, I'm looking for physical, but of course I'm always looking for earrings. My offense, there's really nothing going on in the offense right now. So we're pretty much just relying on the Yeti unless we could find something else. Unfortunately, none of these characters are natural users of the Illumina, so I can't really count on it. I almost think I might want to go give it a shot right this second with Umaro in my party. I'm going to try it. With Umaro, he's strong already because he's got the he's got the snow muffler on. So, like, it's a really good chance that we can get through it even at level 3. Just depends on who we fight. The enemy's level 6, but he's level 3. He's in the front row. We'll see if we can get this done right now. Okay, don't really care what I use. We'll just green cherry. As long as he doesn't use a spell on me, we should be able to kill him. The reason why Umaro is really good as a start... Oh, good, he doesn't have any MP. The reason why Umaro is so good here is that he will only attack, so you don't have to worry about him doing dumb stuff. And I'm really glad I came here at the time I did, because at the level he is, level 6, he can't cast the spells he wants to cast. So it made it free, so I'll get my Illumina. Alright, cool. I'm just glad I got that out of the way. Now I'll be able to start thinking about who's going to use it, if anybody. So I know if I get an experience egg or whatever, I'll know how important it is to put it on them. But we're hoping that either Shadow or Setzer can use it. That would be the dream. Or it would be really cool if maybe we find a character that can use it naturally, like a Terra, Celis, Locke, or a Edgar. Any of those would be just wonderful. Get rid of that, and an elixir. Get a few more warp stones. Get a couple of tents. All right. See what we got here. Nothing too important in the item or the armor shop, and nothing good in the weapon shop. That's okay. So we got an Atma weapon. Atma weapon, unfortunately, is not good until end game, pretty much. So that's just gonna sit in my inventory until like the back half of the seed. All right, give me a weapon user. Give me something good. That is not a natural weapon user, and he's got a terrible skill to boot. I mean, he might be a natural weapon user. We'll see. He is not normally able to, but doesn't mean that he can't. That at least gives me another chance at someone being able to use it, and he's got really high vigor. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if he can use it. It would be nice. I'm going to take a peek, though. Let me see who can use, if anybody. All right, so he can. So I will make sure he gets that. All right, so that is nice to have someone who can use it. It's Setzer, who is kind of the weakest one that I wanted. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a rather nice returners. Got some stuff to sell. Got a shield. Looking good. I liked that returners. That was good. Good choice. I am glad I got Cyan because the checks he has are just fantastic. You know, we have very quick check over at Doma. We also have all of Doma Dream, which is a quick 3 check for only 2 bosses. Love to see it. I'll take another one of those. Why not? And we do want sleeping bags. So let's get rid of the ribbon. Get rid of that. And just get rid of the safety bit too. The X-Potion too. Why not? Let me start with 20. Do I have Revivifies? I don't. Revivifies are important because those give you a way to instant kill undead enemies. So I always want to pick up a good portion of those. Not to mention, even at the end of the game when you're fighting tier 3 of Kefka, it can kind of get you out of a bind because it will immediately heal sleep for 5,000, which is really good if you have pushed him into Meteo phase ahead of schedule. Things go poorly, it gives you the sort of get out of jail free card to push him out, get him back out of it so you can recover. Okay, more sellables. Still looking for Atlas armlets, still looking for earrings. So there's the earrings, which I will take. Wow, those are very expensive earrings, unfortunately. I will just take 3 of them for now, and I'll probably be back later. The downside is we still have no espers to start, which is annoying. I really do want to have espers when I first start, because if they have a bonus on them, I want to be getting that bonus from the start. Or at least as early as possible, since the bonus just adds on every time you level. So the sooner you get it, the better. Question is, am I going to be able to afford the Zen Thief? And as of right now, the answer would probably be no. So I think I'm going to do the basement just so that I have money. Because I still want that Esper, and there's no more free checks available to me. So it makes sense that I just go do this, get some money, and hopefully the Zen Thief is cheap enough that I can still afford it. And then also, hopefully, it's an Esper. It gives me another way to maybe have some money for rods if I can find them, because right now our offense is really, really weak. Just because I have an Illumina does not mean I'm doing fantastically. I don't have an Atlas armlet. I don't have a Hyper Wrist. It's like I have low levels, so it's not going to do very much damage. The Pearl proc will help if it goes off. And I don't even have a way to automatically crit with it because I don't know any magic. And I don't have any espers to teach magic yet. So, you know, I got really subpar offense. Yeti by himself is not going to send it. You know, he's not going to crush this seed. So I need a little bit something more than that. Gauntlet helps. Gauntlet helps. Being able to two-hand that Illumina is not a bad thing. Diamond Shield sells well. More earrings, that's good. Saves me $6,000. So after this, I'm going to go to Zen, loot that out, and then I got to figure out where I want to do my grind fights at. Like, where do I want to get started? Typically what I'll do, man, a Mega Elixir and a Man-Eater, nice. Typically what I'll do with a party like this where I have no good grind check is I'll go to wherever I think I'm going to take the grind at, and I'll take a fight outside. So I'd probably just go do Doma Siege. I'll take like a grind fight or 2 outside, and then maybe I'll check the fights inside as well. I don't like taking the fixed fights inside of Doma Siege, especially as my first check, and then fight the boss, because if the boss is too hard, then I've wasted all that time on the grind fights. I don't want to do that. Excuse me. I don't want to do that. So I like to take a grind fight or 2 outside and then go inside and check those. 28k high tier. I see. Unfortunate. 28k. Do I have the money for that is the real question. Sell this. Now I do. I don't mind not having a Mega. What we got? Minerva? Sure, why not? Someone can use it. That can be pretty huge early on. Kind of makes whoever's wearing it pretty impervious early, because magic is so strong early on. Would love a rod. A rod would be great. A rod. Okay, cool. I'm getting rid of that, and I will get one of these. I might even get another one if I can afford it. Yeah. Want to get 2 more? Nice. Love it. See an enhancer there, but I'm not too concerned about it. I don't really have heavy magic power right now, so the rods are just kind of a crutch. Pretty sad that we didn't find any espers out of all of the free checks available to us. But alas, it do be like that sometimes. And it does mean that scaling is going to be very low, because we did all those checks and got no espers, only 1 piece of progression. I think you are going to be my biggest magic caster, so I want you to have that. I want you to have whatever you can equip. And you know what? You take the gauntlet too. You can take earrings. You can take an earring. Yeah, that's good enough. No espers. You have the gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything else to do, so... I actually know, I need to take off various Moogle Charms. Okay, there we go. Kind of a scary fight. Ah, you know what? I need Setzer to have that shield on so he can be getting some auto crits. So I'm just going to put it on him. That way he's learning spells while we're doing this fight. These two just can't do anything right now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That was actually a really good experience fight. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, just going right in because scaling is going to be so low. And we'll just potion for now. Save up. I'm going to go ahead and put Moogle Charm on. We're just going to head on in. Just wanted to get off level 3. Oh, baby. Okay, cool. So he's going to end up being my Illumina user straight up. He also has Magitech, which is also huge. This Cyan is hot garbage, so he's out. I do want to... That guy would quit ducking me. I do like checking these fights, because if they're good, which this isn't, then we have a repeatable fight, you know? Which can be pretty huge. You know, if the fight's really good and you can repeat it, like if it's a single Gigantos or something, oh my god, huge, crazy. All right, so Edgar's got magic right now out the gate. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to take those off. And we're going to put these on. Just going to fight this guy. Perfect. Couldn't have asked for better. Could not have asked for a better fight. Now, my Illumina user doesn't matter, but Ice Beam sure matters. Would be nice if Yeti would chest bump instead. Shouldn't kill. Never mind. Definitely kill. Please don't kill. Oh, you good. ¿Dónde está? Did I not pick up Phoenix Downs? Really? Huh. Well, now. That is super unfortunate, actually. There's not much I can do but wait for Umaro because I could have sworn I bought Phoenix Downs and I did not. And I have no other way to deal damage right now. So, here we are. That's so funny to me. Thank you. He shouldn't have a ton more HP left, so there is that, but it's still, like, slow. I'm not going to reset the fight because I'm an idiot. I'm just going to have to hope Yeti does what he's supposed to do. Yeti. Yeti. Please chest bump. Please chest bump. Please. Please. Yeti. God, I hate randomization in a randomizer. Anyway, this is what happens when you make dumb mistakes, and the game has a tendency to punish you for it pretty quickly. Especially when the stupid Yeti won't do what he's supposed to do, which is just chest bump. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. And he has just been swinging. I guess we just hit. I don't know. We would have been done if he would just chest bump more. He does so much more damage that way. Yeah, game has a tendency to punish you for silly mistakes. You know, if you're not paying attention, kind of get what you get. cannot believe it's still alive, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure that just does 0, so it is slow. Goodness. They count as a man? Nope. We'll get through this eventually. I can say that much. At the very least, we will eventually win. I don't know when exactly, but eventually. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, well. I only didn't reset because I had assumed they were actually much closer to death than they actually were. At times. Anyway, we learned dice 2. That's cool, right? Alright, well, we got a free heal there, which is nice. Can't complain too much about that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick jaunt. I'm going to take a little jaunt here. We do need to also go in here real quick. To unequip those not in the party. Because I need that earring and the Moogle Charm back. Also need him up front. Alright, so Edgar gets half off at the... Where am I? Oh. Gets half off at the shops in South Figaro World of Ruin, as well as Figaro Castle. So, we also get access to these chests. So, in in Vanilla, you can only loot one of the Figaros, and if you wait, then World of Ruin is better. But in the randomizer, you can loot both. So it gives me access to both of them and half off shops. More earrings? Sure. Why not? And we'll take 2 more. I was really hoping for maybe a little something like Atlas Armlets. Would have been great. I don't really need anything from an item. Oh, I do need stuff from an item shop. Phoenix Downs, right? Oh man, I could have sworn I bought Phoenix Downs. So funny. Okay, cool. Now I have Phoenix Downs now, so we're fine. Everything's fine. Totally didn't take 4 minutes to kill a boss that should have taken less than 1 because I forgot Phoenix Down. Definitely didn't happen. Oh, well, more money. NG helmet. Cool. And nothing important. Okay. Worth a shot. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and do, what's it called? Engine room first, because I want to check Figaro Castle and get that free check going as well. So we're going to give this a go. All right, I want the ice shield off and on you. I also want this removed and that removed. Yeah. And you can actually take the gauntlet. I want you with earrings. Actually, I want you also with earrings. Thank you. And I want you with earrings. And you can just have a Moogle Charm. Okay. A lot of menuing, but it's like I need to make sure everybody has all the gear I want them to have. And I like Edgar and his whopping 2 more vigor to have that aluminum. He's probably also got more magic power than Setzer does. So at least his procs will be hitting a little harder, and he has Magitech to supplement, so. So we are definitely running a little bit behind from that Ifrit fight, but it's okay. Just want to know where all the Espers are. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to check these 2 checks. We're going to see what they are. I'm not really thinking about... I might actually just do Ancient Castle. Screw it. Fight the dragon there as well. And then probably go to Zozo just for more Espers. And a dragon. and then go to Dome of Dream. I want to make sure that I have some power worked on before I go into a 2-boss fight. Or 2-boss check, because you get stuck in there, and if I end up running into some nonsense and I get stuck, then I gotta reset the whole thing. So I'd rather get some power elsewhere. I'm gonna be doing Dome of Dream no matter what, so it doesn't matter if I do it right this moment or later. As long as the checks that I'm doing are worth it. I feel like they probably are. Good. It's fantastic. Can't argue with this. Downside is, homeboy does not have any magic, so I'm hoping this is an Esper so I can put an Esper on Edgar. Shoutouts to this Dogwater Yeti, like barely doing anything. Oh my goodness, this is insanity. Dead check number, who knows, a lot. Dead check number 3 out of 5 checks. Nice. Yes. How you doing? Okay. So with that, we're definitely just going to do Ancient Castle. But I'm going to come up here first because I'm still looking for an Esper. I'm getting ready to fight a dragon. But I do want to make sure I have something to learn. Please. Oh, man. This is insanity, I must say. Absolute chaos. What's going on right now? This is a wild amount of dead checks. Crazy, crazy, crazy amount of dead checks. All right, well, fine. I suppose. Anything here? All right. We're going to do Ancient Castle, but we're going to run right by the dragon and get the check first. Just doing whatever it is we can. Just desperate to find any Espers. Sometimes the feed plays you like this, but I know that most people who are playing this are going to have a relatively similar route. I mean, they're going to check the free checks. They're going to do like Dome of Siege and stuff like that. So they're going to also be running into a slew of dead checks. I don't think I have a Dragon Lance. Oh, sorry, I don't think I have a Dragoon Boots. I wish I did. Then I would have an Aura Lance build already. I have an Atma weapon, so let's just have a look and see if we can track down a Katana Soul while scaling is still really low. We're here, we might as well look. Because an Atma offering at the end would be nice. Especially if we can get an experience egg from something. We will save, definitely. I'm gonna just go ahead and use these. Doesn't really matter if I put the shield on Edgar, I don't care. I just need an Esper on him so he can learn any magic from this dragon and start getting his auto crits. Bugs. No Danka, we're out of here. I already have Minerva, thank you so much. Alright, so struck out on the monsters in a box, that's okay. I'm still looting because I'm still looking for some form of more consistent offense. Ooh, good. Oh, no. No. God, why? Oh my God. I need him though. I need him in my life. Get out of here, Yeti. Oh man, this sucks. This is butt. Okay, I want you. Rod. I took Gao because he's got Sword Tech, and I'm going to be doing Doma Dream. So it's pretty much guaranteed that he'll have Sword Tech 8 later, which is what I'm very excited about. Kind of hoping for a Pearl proc. Nice. Yeah, Gao's not going to be very good to start, but he'll be good later. And if he's not good later, you know what he'll be good at? Instant killing things on Kefka, and that's really all that I care about. Good review. Good. One more Thunder Rod should wrap it up, I hope. Good lord. This is crazy. What a weird seed. So, kind of thinking about just doing that, huh? Kind of thinking about just going and doing that. Doing the Velt real quick. I don't think I've ran into anything particularly gross in terms of grind fights, so we should be fine to do it right this moment. Let's finish this up. We're going to go to Cave on the Velt, and we'll knock out Cave on the Velt. Well, we'll do the Velt first, and then we'll do Cave on the Velt. And then when we're done, we'll resume what my previous plan was, because I don't really want to be going and fighting another dragon with no Espers. Still. I also don't want to wait to do the Velt, because the more fights I'm taking, the worse the Velt tends to get. So the sooner I get through that, the better. We're already guaranteed 17 checks minimum to finish this seed. Which is pretty pathetic. Skip is 21, so I think, or it's 22. I don't even know. Probably double check that at some point. Alright, so Velt, Cave on the Velt, and then we'll see. Probably still gonna be Zozo into Doma Dream. My offense is still pretty pitiful. Maybe we run into Doomgaze? Nope. Who's my party? I don't even know. You, and I suppose you. It's fine, those. I gotta do Search the Skies still, too. That's on the list. Probably should have done that beforehand, to be honest with you. Okay, cool. Had to check to make sure I had no Moogle Charms on, and now we're gonna do the Velt. So the Velt you can do in World of Balance or World of Ruin, which is pretty good. Oh, shit. This is one of the fights I took, isn't it? That is unfortunate, actually. Doing monsters in a box is gonna really kind of screw me here. I've done like 4 different grind fights, so it's like 25% chance. Gonna blow chunks, guys. Gonna be a bad Velt. Cool, so much for that ice. Well, if we're lucky, we get it here, and we don't have to worry about it anymore, but this is pretty much like worst case scenario. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Another character. Holy hell, you guys. This is wild. Wild. Okay, well, let's continue on. You, and you, I believe, are my characters, right? Something like that. All right, we are 7-0 at 30 minutes. That is, sure is something. I don't know that I've ever been nearly 10 checks into a seed and not had a single Esper, and that's very impressive. I'm still not auto-critting with Edgar because I just really assumed I would have a damn Esper by now. And turns out, you know what? Forgot how much life this guy has. Remember when I said you could kill enemies with Revivifies if they're undead? Well, here you go. Should have done this to begin with, but I always assume this one idiot has not a lot of HP, and it turns out, actually, tons of HP. Tons. I mean, it's not actually that much. I'm just an absolute potato right now because I just have no good offense. I have an Illumina Gauntlet. Full stop. End of story. And then I have Ice 2 on a subpar Magic Caster. I have a dead check. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it. What is this seed? What is this seed? What is this seed? It's a crazy one, I must say. One for the books, that's for sure. I'm doing this because, I don't know, maybe it's another Illumina, and then I'll have two of them. One of them can go on Strago. I'm sorry, Setzer. Anything, just something. Gonna be dead, maybe it'll be something good. Shit. It's tragic. I only have one way to fight this guy. I think, I guess two. Yeah, that's what we're doing until he dies. But you know what? We can finally teach Edgar some magic. At long last. We'll do that by just finally giving him just this. I can't do it. I can't actually do it. He doesn't have. He has the gauntlet on, so that's not a thing. Never mind. Oh, good lord. What a funny seed. I mean, hey, at least we had Magitech, right? Could have been worse. We had a way through it. Without him, it was an impossible fight. Would have been just a total time loss. Okay, now we're in Thamasa. Very exciting. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Now I'm feeling a little better about that. Experience egg and a red jacket back to back. That's pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. All right, so I'm still looking for Atlas armlets and the like, so I'm gonna head over to the relic shop and see if maybe we can get some. That would be really cool. Negative, we cannot get some. Story of my life. Look for more rods, I suppose. Would be nice. Nope. Shields. Nope. All right. Search the skies. Jesus. This is an unbelievable seed. Okay, so he just needs to have the experience egg straight up. And the red jacket. Good. Okay, search the skies. Kafka. Sure. And everything's just gonna be slow until I can get some form of offense going. At least I have health, right? At least I'm hard to kill. That is something. Can I please find an Esper? Oh my god, they exist. Holy shit. Oh my god, look at that. And it's Fenrir. Wow. Finally. Jesus. Insanity. Alright, let's just swing in here. I don't want characters at this point. I'm just gonna go in here. If it's a character holding up the house, I'm resetting out. Also, you guys are just gonna have to feel drugged because I'm not taking off poison. We're poison walking everywhere. Yeah. Not a character, so we're going in. Anybody got time to go into a menu and turn off poison when I could just, you know, feel like I'm having a stroke? See? Look at that. Hero ring. Boom. We have experience egg, hero ring, and gauntlet. Boom. We have an Edgar. We have an Edgar build now. No, I think I'm gonna keep it. Oh man, no. I don't know what to do. Let's just move. Have a bit of a stroke. All right, let's go. I'm gonna do it. Right, these are the easier stalkers. Good. At least we got through them. Should have probably cast health first, but oh well. Okay. I'm gonna do it again. I don't care. I do want you to finally have magic. Oh man. Magic power +2. Shit. God, if somebody does that earlier, they are just set up. That might be devastating. Okay, we're fine. This fight's also going to take a little while, but it is what it is. I want this for the Atma weapon later, for Edgar. Yeah, if anybody does this seed early, or does Search the Skies earlier than I did, then they're going to be feeling real good about that magic +2. I'm seriously out of MP already? Crazy. I noticed he wasn't critting, which means he was running too low on MP to actually be able to MP crit with it. It's funny. Okay. Well, we got through. We got through it. Everything's been just really slow in this seed. It's gonna be like if I beat the seed in 1 hour and 20, I would be shocked. But I don't think I'm gonna be the only one. Okay. 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 Good thing is that was no experience. Oh my god. Holy shit. Please. How do I walk? Jesus. Alright. That's the magic +2, so I gotta figure out who I'm gonna have as my caster. It's probably going to be Shadow. Probably Shadow. I'll give him that Esper and let him kind of drink up that magic +2. We are a bit behind the 3-minute per check mark right now, but I think we will make up for that pretty quickly. We got some fast checks coming up. More of those. Okay. Also, shoutouts to that second Esper. Holy crap. Our luck is astounding. Again, avert your eyes. I'm not going into the menu for Poison curing. I'm not using a sleeping bag until I get all the way up to the top of Zozo. It is what it is. I think we're pretty much done looting at this point. Hopefully the Espers make up the difference of everything else, but I have an Atma offering. I also have, oh, whoops, I wasn't supposed to do that. I have Atma offering. That can go on Edgar later. I also have the Illumina Gauntlet that I can put on Setzer, and then just magic elsewhere. And we'll be feeling pretty good about that by the end. Let's see if we can just get something a little better than just that. Would be nice. All right, so I do want quick on him. Would be fantastic. I gotta see who has better magic, actually. Oh, it's actually... No, he's not gonna do it, though. What am I doing? Okay. You. Yes. Good. Alright. Okay. For the time being, we're still extremely weak. But we'll get there. Not gonna be forever. All that really matters. For now, this is basically all we're doing. It's just like attacking with Edgar. And hoping for procs. And just shredding through dragons as fast as we can for levels. Very nice dragon, I must say. Being very cooperative. I think he's pretty close to dead, though. Should do it. Wow, he, like, didn't do anything. Oh my god, he's still alive. I'm used to having more power than this. This is wild. At least he's done. We have multiple berserks. We got lots of good stuff going on. A lot of good utility. Valiant Knife is interesting. That might make me want to do a Valiant Knife build instead. Valiant Knife offering single swing Atma or single swing Illumina. Maybe single swing Illumina into single swing Atma on somebody else. Do I have an HP Esper? I know I have magic, but do I have HP? I don't know. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so it doesn't actually matter right now. Palador is just whatever. All right. So I don't actually care about fighting the dragon just yet. So we're just going to head straight over to Doma Dream now, finally. At long last, I feel like we probably have enough of something to get through it. I don't know what, but something. Fenrir's magic power, MP, and nothing of importance. Okay. Alright. Like I said, Doma Dream is one of the best checks in the game. It's 3 checks for 2 bosses. Just run in, fight the first boss, get your first check. Second one's peekable, but not like it matters. And then third one's free. Not to mention the second one is a guaranteed character or Esper, so you will never get a dead check out of the second one. First one can be item Esper, second one can be Esper character, third one can be Esper item. Only one character slot. So it's a bit more skewed to potentially getting more Espers, but either way, it's just nice. It's a little annoying. Depending on our levels. It all worked out. The big issue here is that we don't have a lot of offense. We're pretty much just going to have to rely on Edgar still, unfortunately. But it's even worse because we're going to severely require procs. Or this fight's going to take an eternity. He absorbs ice. And that's mostly what I have. So if we can get some procs, it'll probably go pretty fast. If we get none of them, we'll be here for a little while. Makes me very glad I didn't come here early, though. It all worked out in the end, right? It's kind of why I don't like coming here early either, but it's nice this guy's in the first check and not the last. It's always fun when you slog through all of Doma Dream just to get to the end and then get instant killed by friggin' Doomgaze. Best. So we got 2 procs. It's really good. Do it again. Need another health just in case he decides to do some more nonsense like Gale Cut. Wait, Doom's coming up soon. Yep. Yep. Okay. You may miss out on this experience if I'm lucky. I am not lucky. I mean, I guess you can bolt too. Gonna do very little damage, but hey, you know what? Fine. Alright, well, one nasty guy off the table. And we have Berserk for the other really nasty guy. My biggest fear right now is probably Goddess. Jesus. Another dead check. Not a dead check. We're guaranteed skip right now, I think. Alright, you're going to see someone jumping across the trains here shortly. If it's a character, then that's the character we get. It is, and it's a Terra, which, meh. Meh. But I need more characters because I'm running out of checks and I don't have Espers. And she's not a bad one. Alright, so we're going to be looking at a dead check character. Who knows? In our Doma Dream. Hopefully Esper, so we at least have 4. Okay, so while I'm doing this, where am I going to go next? I suppose I can switch over and just do some Sabin stuff. So we can do Imperial Camp and Barren Falls. And then maybe after that, we can go down to Sealed Gate, which is a pretty average length check. We can do Zozo. We can do Welk. Got some decent checks ahead of us. Get some healing in, because Doomgaze is pretty rude. Anybody use the cat hood? Nope. I don't think I saved, so I should probably do that. Never save over your exit save, and let's go. Looks like I did save. It's not Goddess. That's really all that mattered. But we're still literally only fighting with Edgar because everybody else is such hot trash right now. At least Edgar's starting to hit a little harder. Just takes a little while. Weapons really like levels, so early on, big swords aren't the biggest thing in the world. But I gotta say, imagine if I didn't have this Illumina. I'd be screwed right now. This would be a pretty rough seed without the Coliseum Illumina. Alright, so there's our Terra. I'm not too concerned about using her. Her stats are really underwhelming. And she has capture, control, or whatever, which I don't need. Alright, let's check the throne. Okay, so we got saving stuff to do. Just go do that first. Probably what I'm looking at is doing Imperial Camp into Barren Falls into Sealed Gate into Narsh Welk. I think that's probably a good route because it's going to go pretty much straight down from here. We'll head south after this check, and that will take us to Barren Falls, which puts us out further south. Then we fly down to Sealed Gate because it's pretty close. And then we loop from the south up to Narsh, take out Welk. Maybe even do Kefka at Narsh while I'm there. That's possible. Our Demon Exo Ray, huh? This is very much a Revivify fight. I will treat it as such. Lots of nasty zombieing that can happen in this fight if it wanted to be rude about it. Thankfully it didn't. The Exo Rays in particular. Oh, character number 9. Alright, so we're going to loop in Esper Mountain now. That's actually going to be on the way. These are really, really good experience fight, so let's take it. Unfortunately not instant deathable. Dante is instant deathable. This one is not, weirdly enough. I'm curious. I mean, when I say instant deathable, I mean more like with a Revivify. I'm kind of curious if they just die to this. That would be really neat. Do they come back? No. Oh, baby. Okay, cool. Love to see it. 10 out of 10. We'll do that again on the next fight. Honestly, I need all the levels I can get at this point. Boxed set. It's only the single one. Good night. Alright, didn't hate that. And Edgar finally learned quick. Care. KT skip at 4 Espers. I actually couldn't remember if you still got KT skip for getting 9 characters or 12 Espers. Turns out you do. But it won't matter. I'm going to have double skip easy. Which doesn't exist. When I say that, I mean, like, I'm going to have over 22 checks for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt at this point. Ice 3. You don't say. Finally, something. You know what? You can take some magic power +2. Right, thankfully, you get a free heal here, so don't need to use any sleeping bags. Just need to start the fight and we'll be at full life. Rains. Still just gonna be Edgar swinging. So all we have is ice. All right. Left loves lightning, so let's go over there. This guy dies to that, I think. Dead. And dead. Not bad. All right, so Esper Mountain's pretty close to where we're going to be dumped off at. And that still is heading south. All right, so we're still kind of just looking like we are going to be... Edgar is going to just eventually be an Atma offering user. And then we're going to have a Gauntlet Illumina Setzer. Mostly a Sword Tech 8 Gao. And a Magic Casting Shadow is what it's looking like. Okay, Torado. See what that is. Nothing fancy. Don't really care to equip that anywhere. Alright, we can peek this if it's a character we leave. It is... you know what? Nope. I'm doing it. She has really good Esper checks, so we're going to do it. Just about anybody else I'd have said no. But with her having the basement, which is a nice quick check, and being able to do Magitech 1 and 2, sounds really good. I don't have Blitz. That's sad. This guy's instant deathable, so I'm just going to Sword Tech 8 him. Sword Tech 8 is the best instant death in the game, so pretty much if they're going to die, they'll almost certainly die to Sword Tech 8. I don't think it's 100% accuracy, but it may as well be. Alright, there's Zealous. 10th character. Nice. Let's go down here. This out. Even doing all of Celis's checks right now still doesn't get us unlocked. Gets us to 8, so I'm just going to go here. This place is pretty average length when it comes to check length, so I don't mind just coming here and doing it. As long as you're not looting, it's, again, pretty average. I do make sure to step on that bridge there because it triggers how the bridges shift. So if you don't step there, then this little path won't work. So we're going to go here, then we're going to go Magitech 1 and 2, then we're going to do Basement, and then we're going to do Welk. So we're just going to, we kind of headed way south, and then we're going to start looping back north. Kind of doing a boomerang around the world until we find our Espers. And the good thing about Magitech is that Magitech 1 and 2 cannot have characters, so it's a 50-50 shot for Espers for both of them. Very nice. We're at 21 checks and still need 3 Espers. Shoutouts. Esper Ifrit. Nice. Love it. Crusader. That's quick. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind you having quick, come to think of it. You are done with Fenrir. X-Zone would be lovely on you. Why not? Alright, good. Like I said, we're definitely guaranteed to just have like 25 or 26 checks at the end of this. What a crazy seed this has been. Well, the good thing is that I know, like, I feel like my decision making has not been flawed in any way. It's just this seed ain't it. And the last seed I ran was definitely it. So I think, you know, these seeds giveth and these seeds taketh away. I'm going to take off. There we go. You're going to get the Atma weapon now. Front row that. You're going to go and you're going to get the Gauntlet Hero with the Illumina. Good. I will probably put that hero ring on the Atma user later. But since he's at level 40 and still has an experience egg and has a +2 strength Esper, he'll be fine. Switching to it right now. It's not going to be crazy good damage, but it'll be better than single swinging in Illumina. I usually don't like doing Atma offering until I'm above level 40. I'll do single swing Atma around level 35, but Atma offering 40. Otherwise, it's just not worth the amount of time. Oh my goodness, I got distracted and thought I was already at the end. I don't think there's a whole lot that can stop me right now. The issue is this fight is actually pretty annoying. Because I just switched. And unfortunately, with offering, you can't target it, so I'll probably just be hitting random nonsense. But at least they'll start to die. Boy's hitting for 5,400. That's impressive. The Atma offering's hitting for about 8,000 right now. It's pretty good. By the end, he's going to be hitting for like 20,000. So that's why I want it. This should finish now that little idiot's dead. Not quite. Too many hits on the little idiots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good night, gal. You're dead. The two most important ones survive. That's Edgar and Setzer. Need my big weapon users to stay alive at all costs. Alright, there's Ice 3. We need to switch that to Gao. Okay. Sure, why not? Oh, never mind. Okay. So I left the strength +2 on Edgar, and then I put the strength +1 on Setzer. Then he's getting a little bit of strength pump for the rest of the seed. And then I moved the Ice 3 Esper from Shadow over to Gao. So Gao will have a little something to do. If needed, probably not. Your Behemoth. So this guy, we really just need to attack twice. I hope we don't proc here. Okay, good. And then as soon as he dies, we just do this. Oh, he didn't die. I thought for sure he would be dead. Now we do this. So second form's instant deathable, so I just queued up that cleave while he was transitioning, and GG's, we're out of here. Can we get a double Esper? That would be pretty awesome. That'd be pretty great. 10 out of 10 thing if it works. Come on. Nice. Unicorn. Life 3. Not bad. You take that. Nope. Alright. Well, we're in a hurry, so let's do basement into Welk. Basement's quick because we're not looting anything. Welk is quick because it's right in front of Narsh pretty much. We got 2 shots. Unfortunately, both of them can be... They're both 33% chance checks, sadly. Hey, and we succeeded on the first one. Okay, we need to go. 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 Go, 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 go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Don't know how many checks we're at, but it's probably like 24 or 25, which is pretty rough. At 24, I think. These leather hats are like so cool. Really cool having leather hats at the end of the seed. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. I don't have time to pay attention to my defense right now. We are leaving. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Edgar's going down the middle. He can do it by himself, most likely. Eddie boy, middle. Setzer over there, and these two fools over there, and we'll just back everybody else in. What is my team anyway? 3, 4, 8, 9. 3, 4, 8, 9. Nope. Yeah, 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay. You are fine. Kind of obnoxious, actually. Not sure what's better. Slashing? Probably slashing. Faster and still does good damage, especially if we don't proc. If we proc, we get a little sad. Okay, good. Okay, so let's do that. We need an Esper. We can take Shoat. Why not? Excuse me? Do you both have Moogle Charms on, or what? Where are our Moogle Charms at? What in the world? Oh well. I guess we're going first here. Does Yeti have a Moogle Charm on? He probably does. Oh, I left him on the airship. That's funny. We'll just have to take it off before I switch back to Edgar. Cool. I'm okay with this. For obvious reasons. Boo, hiss. And we'll just do this. We need to get our Palmus protection on, and maybe a Phoenix as an oh shit button. And then we will just take that off and hopefully not run into an enemy. All right, let's go. This fight's kind of annoying for Atma offering because he's multi-target, but at least we'll kill the arms and then just like kind of focus him down. Love that you wasted your time hasting, so I can just kill you now. I do need to switch back to my first party and take off the hero ring and give it to Edgar. So the hero ring gives you the power of an earring, so a 50% increase, I think, or 25% increase in magic strength, whatever. But the most important thing is for the Atma weapon, and in general, it increases physical attacks by 25%. So that will make his Atma swings 25% stronger, which is more important than a 25% stronger Illumina swing. Huh. Just no launcher would be great. Missile's fine if it doesn't hit Edgar. Okay, good. Thank you. Good, about 14,000, so we need to do like 3 attacks probably. As long as he's not mean and rude like that. Rough fight with minimal defense, but if I can survive another attack, if he does something stupid, at least he'll go into Ultros phase afterwards. There's 16,000. I think he's dead now. Ooh, very close. He's got like no life left. We're gonna get tentacled and then we'll be done. It's fine. We'll be able to kill him with 1,000 less damage. It's cool. So Atma weapon works in... So the best way to describe it is it's percentile based, percentage based. So if you're at 100% HP, it's going to do 100% of its potential damage. And the more percent lower you are, the less percentile damage it'll do. So if you're at 75% HP, it'll do 75% of its potential damage. If you're at 10% HP, it'll do 10% of its potential damage. So it rewards being at high max life as much as possible. All right, so what I want to do real quick is switch over here. I'm going to give him the hyper wrist instead of the hero ring. Here, we're going to give him the hero ring in exchange for the experience egg. Save and go. Our numbers are 3, 4, 8, and 9 for our characters. Shadow, Edgar, Setzer, Gao. 3, 4, 8, 9. Sub 80ing this is like next to impossible unless I really gun it, which maybe I should just for kicks. We'll see. I'm a little worried. 3, 4, 8, 9. 3, 4, 8, 9. 3, 4, 8, 9. We may be able to, though. With quick, it's entirely possible. Do I have Vanish? I do have Haste, though. That'll be good. Ow. Very mean. Very mean of you. I have no curing stuff, so we're just gonna fire 3. Oh no. That was like worst case scenario. I like can't attack with Edgar right now unless I have float. I do not have float. I just need to kind of gingerly kill this guy. Okay, he's dead. And I'm going to take a gamble and say that he can't kill Edgar in one hit. So we're just going to send it and hope he doesn't die instantly. Ah, he didn't even counter, so who cares? I don't think I have mute. If I do, I don't know. Maybe. I'll check that first and then instant death. If anyone has it, it's probably Gao, because I think he has natural magic. Negative Ghost Rider. You know what? I think we're just going to have to let him off the leash. Let me make sure. No. Okay. To make sure. He's doing 40,000. Pretty good. Cool. Did I get it on time? I don't know if I did. I did. Fighting. We're probably fine just doing this. I don't think I can kill both of them. Or I'll kill neither of them. That's cool too. There's our 10 hits. Done. Do a sword tech 5. We'll heal up Gao anyway. Probably should have quicked. I don't think I need to. I think he just dies here. No quarter. Hope. He's not dead. This will kill. All right. So this should be looking like. Let's attack with Edgar first. And then we'll attack with Setzer Girl if she's not dead. And if she is dead, then I'll just make sure Edgar's at full life. We can quick. And that will finish off sleep when I do it. And then I just have to make sure I put Fenrir up, which I think is on Gao. We just hope we don't get whirlwinded. We did not. Okay, good. Fenrir up. And as long as Edgar doesn't get hit here, I'm happy. And I'll just quick him. If he does get hit, I might need to heal first. Condemned is fine. We quick and finish. We're just going to do the same thing on Final Kefka. Quick and attack. Doing roughly like 23,000 times 2. So we'd be 46. And then I just attack again. So I can quick attack. Then Edgar comes back up, attack, and win. It'll be GG's. Not quite a sub 80 because I didn't have mute. And my offense is very weird and unfocused. And my healing is very weak with just health. So not ideal, but that's okay. This will still be a pretty fast Kefka. I mean, seriously, I'm just going to quick attack, and then attack again. He's dead. Can't complain about that. Only thing that could slow me down is if he chooses to counterattack Edgar. That would be unfortunate. Gonna do probably Goner phase now. We attack again, should kill him, and if it doesn't, then I'll have Setzer on backup to tap him up the last bit. Jeez. Okay, that seed was weird. Didn't like it. All I had was an Illumina for most of it. Thankfully, I got that experience egg later. That at least made things a lot better for me. Doing Cave on the Veldt and not skipping it was great. Now I'm curious. How did other people do? Did anybody even finish it yet, or am I new? Am I the first one? Oh, nobody's finished it yet. Oh, that's okay. All right, so what could I have done different? I don't know. I had an Aura Lance and a Dragon Horn that I got pretty early. Maybe if I had some Dragoon Boots. Maybe I ran into some early. I'm kind of curious, actually. Let's see. Like, were there Dragoon Boots that I completely ignored? Because I seem to remember that I saw some, but I also played a seed earlier that had them for sale, and it could just be Seed Bleed. I'm going to do a real quick check here of these shops that I checked and see, did I miss Dragoon Boots? And then maybe I could have had an Aura Lance build really early. Not there. Okay, the only other place that I really checked, I didn't even do Zen. I did do Zen, so check here. This is where I seem to remember it being, if it was here. It was not. I think it was there on the last seed I ran. Let's see. No Dragoon Boots. I'm going to check one more place, and that would be about all that I would have mostly checked throughout the seed. So there's a good chance there is a better path, especially early on. You know, if you can find Dragoon Boots and just run an Aura Lance jump build to start, that would be great. That would have been a lot faster than just single swinging an Illumina. Nope. Now, what would have happened if I had gone to Colosseum a little later, as opposed to doing it right off the rip? Does anything pop up at the end here? And the answer is no. So in general, the seed didn't seem to have a whole lot going for it. A red cap for a red cap. That's pretty funny. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure how I could have played this seed much better. The offense was hot garbage. All I had was an Illumina for most of it. And if I didn't do the Colosseum, I would have been screwed with level 2 magic, just Ice 2 all day long. Me not buying Phoenix Downs was a pretty big screw up, especially because Ifrit took me so long. Like, I lost at least 2 or 3 minutes there just waiting for him to die to Umaro. So that was pretty bad. I mean, it would have just been Ice 2 and nothing else. Doing the Colosseum and then doing Cave on the Veldt and not skipping it because it was like the 96th dead check was kind of the trick, because Experience Egg is fantastic. That gets you an Atma offering build at the end, which is what helped me get through the last fight so easy. Without that, the last fight would have been like an extra 2 or 3 minutes minimum. Would have made tier 3 much more difficult, would have made tier 2 much more difficult, would have been really bad. So I think for what I found, I think it went good-ish. Just a bad seed in general. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or have anything to say, go ahead and sound off in the comments below. If you have need any help or anything, you're free to message me on Discord. More than happy to answer any questions you may have. Otherwise, hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.